Today's video is rather simple. I'm just sick and tired of spending $35 to $50 on Spectrum branded receivers. This is a HobbyMate DSM2 or DSMR capable receiver. It pairs with any of these Spectrum transmitters or even any of the stock Spectrum transmitters that you get with the Arma branded cars. This video really is simple though. We're just gonna take this receiver and see how good the range is, how good the stability is, and see if it's worth $20. That means it's gonna be saving you between $15 and $30 on every receiver you have to buy in the future. Real quick though, this is not a sponsored video by any means. I paid for this with my own money. If you guys do want to pick it up, there's going to be a link in the description down below. If you don't want to pick it up, by all means don't. I don't care. First things first, we're going to take the Spectrum receiver out of this case. For this video, we are going to be using the Spectrum 3-cell 4000 milliamp battery pack. The first thing we need to do on this receiver is plug the bind plug into the bind port, and then just plug a battery in anywhere in the receiver. For this case, we're going to use the auxiliary one. You'll know it's in bind mode when the light starts blinking like crazy. Next thing, just take your transmitter, which most of you guys probably know how to do this, but I just thought I'd show it quickly in the video. Just click the bind button. You can see as soon as I hit bind, the light started blinking a little bit slower. And then after a second here, we just got our sound on the transmitter letting us know that it's successfully bound. You technically could do this whole process with the receiver inside of the car with this battery, but I like doing it out of the car. It just makes things a little bit easier. Now that's done though, we can unplug this battery. Well, it's as easy as that. Now that we got this thing all bound up, let's take this thing out into the field and let's test out the range on it, the overall general stability of it, and see if we have any issues. Bright as hell out today. All right, this test is gonna be, like I said, really rather simple. We're just gonna take this thing out, see how far we can get away with it. Then we're gonna pace it off, see how many yards it is until we lost transmission signal with it. For some reason, it makes it all the way to the other end of this parking lot. That's like as far as I could possibly go here. And I think that's further than you guys would likely ever realistically go with an RC car. So if it makes it all the way to the other end of that parking lot, which is probably like 150 yards away or so, we're just gonna call that a win. I'll pace it off and let you guys know how far it is. But all right, let's see how well this thing does. Gonna take it nice and slow. No freaking way. When I get to the opposite other end of this parking lot, I am starting to experience a little bit of instability. It seems like it cuts in and out every few seconds. I think I can get it back to us, but it seems like this is realistically as far as you'd want to go. It's interesting that it actually happened to be just about the length of this parking lot. Let me get this thing back here and then we'll walk out there and see how far away it was. All right, I'm gonna go start walking that way. See you guys in a sec. 25 yards. This is 50 yards. This makes 75. 175 yards. I don't even know if the mic is working right now. This is just about 200 yards. It's a full 200 yards, which that's honestly kind of crazy for a $20 receiver. And it was kind of coming in and out around 200 yards. So, you know, probably more like 175 yards would probably be your safe distance that I would recommend using this thing at. But I'll tell you what, in all of my years using RC cars, I've never operated an RC car 200 yards away from me. You're not putting this thing in an airplane, so I can't see it really making a difference. I mean, most of us use these receivers within probably, realistically, less than 50 yards, probably closer to 25 yards at the max most of the time. I don't think I'm ever going to buy another Spectrum receiver. This is crazy. Well, I think this thing kind of speaks for itself, honestly. I mean, making it 200 yards until we started experiencing issues with it, you know, probably closer to 175 safe operating distance for an RC car with this thing. You're never going to be using an RC car that far away from you. This is honestly kind of a breakthrough for me. I don't think I'll ever buy another Spectrum receiver again. That's crazy. It's supposed to be a really short and sweet video, so I'm not going to drag this out any longer. I hope you guys liked it. If you guys want to pick it up, there's going to be a link in the description down below. That's it though. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.